Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Schooners and Scoreboards. Once again, thanks to all the followers and subscribers for tuning in. We really appreciate the support. I've got Dave here with me as usual. Dave, mate, thanks for coming in.
No worries.
I know this weekend's been a bit wet,
Yeah.
been a bit cold. But yeah, obviously we're going to go through this week's rounds. Got this week's footy, guys. Obviously a bit of wet conditions this week. A lot of errors out of a lot of games.
Yeah, a lot of errors, yeah.
A lot of upsets too, which we'll touch base on shortly.
Yeah.
But that's been a pretty fun game of footy.
Yeah, that's some games.
Obviously nothing to do on a weekend than
No.
when it's raining, then sit inside and have a couple of quiet ones.
Yeah.
Enjoy the game. We
Yeah,
love
the
to call
football,
rugby
yeah.
league. But I also big shout out to Cam's Custom Wear. The shirts finally came in, as you guys can see. Nice, and these things are nice and comfy. Great material. Obviously, this type of weather, you'd think you'd need a jumper, but I put this on this morning and I was actually quite warm. So thanks, Cam, mate. I really appreciate it. And I'll be in touch for some more over the next few weeks. If you guys do want a shirt, get in touch with me, message me through Facebook, or comment down below in the comment section, and I'll get in contact with you guys with purchases that way. But without further ado, we'll jump straight into Thursday night's game. Eels go down to Melbourne Storm, 10 points to 16. Stats were dominated by Melbourne in this one. It was a really close game considering how obviously both teams are playing. Melbourne, 40 tackle breaks, 300 metres and more ran in this game. So they come out to play, obviously. You've seen in a couple of the shots from the camera on Fox that Bellyache wasn't happy. He was actually going off. Had a bit of a brain snap, and as he usually does. But the error counts were a bit high. 14 errors to the Eels, 7 to Melbourne. I think that played a big part in the game.
Yeah, big part. But I mean that was a close game too.
Yeah. Well, look, considering where the Eels were in round one this year, they come out and they lost to Melbourne. It was like 40 something points to 12 or something like that. They absolutely flogged the Eels. But the fact that that was obviously Roll's first game in. You can see how far the squad's come, considering that a lot of players are moving on, a lot of players are coming in. They've got a lot of young faces, so they've done well. He's doing well, and you can see that there's a lot of positive coming out of that game.
Starting to gel too.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me the big issue is at Parramatta their forwards are not living up to the expectations you want them to in a game. That's obviously they needed to win. Obviously they needed to go 6 wins straight to have a hit for the finals this year. And I just think after the game they played on Thursday night. As I said, there is a lot of positives coming out of there. I think they just need to sign one or two decent front runners. There is a bit of news going around at the moment, and I've always said where there's smoke, there's fire. That they're in talks at the moment with a pretty big forward from another club or a second rower from another club. So I can't say too much there, but I'm honestly looking forward to this signing. If they pull it off, it'll be a good signing for the club. But in obviously going through the stats, as we said, penalties were high. Eels copped 7 penalties, Melbourne copped 10. So obviously a lot of ill discipline and a lot of ruck infringements there. But all honesty, well done to Melbourne. Without Hughes, without Nass out there, they really showed they're as good as they've always been. But as for finals for Melbourne, I think they need Hughes in. If Hughes isn't in, I think they're really going to struggle. Obviously, But did you watch much of this game, or?
Yeah, most of it. Yeah, Parramatta can hold the heads up pretty high. I liked the way they played well. Especially coming off big win last week.
Yeah,
and they showed it. They give it to Melbourne the other night too.
No, they did well. But the other Friday night, the first Friday night game we had Warriors versus Dolphins. Obviously that one was a bit closer than I expected. Warriors down 18 points to Dolphins 20. Kurt Donahue, 58 tackles.
Yeah.
Massive defensive game there. Well done to him. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck had 27 runs for 335 metres. So he really, I think he really wanted to come out and try and put his boys on that front foot. But I just think, obviously, there's a lack of cohesion in that squad.
Yeah.
I think, don't get me wrong, Tanner Boyd's a great player. But I think there's a lot more around that than just him. I know the Warriors were also missing James Fisher-Harris as well. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was out.
Yeah.
But obviously, Dolphins in that top 8 as well. So it was a pretty decent battle there. But
that was point for point.
Yeah, it was.
For a while. Yeah.
No, it was. Yeah. But yeah, as I touched on, I think both teams need to work on their defense, especially coming into the finals. Obviously, a couple of weeks out now from finals. They both really need to get in. They really need to work on that defense up the middle. It was just one of those games. It happened all week. Error counts were high from every club, which obviously sometimes you'd expect them not to be. Others you do, but thoughts on that one?
It was a pretty close game. That was try for try, really. And then Dolphins just got the right points at the right end of the game. Yeah. But I thought they'd score a bit more points than that. But Warriors held them. To a close game.
18-20, Dolphins up. Well done, Dolphins. Next game was Friday, 8 p.m. Broncos 60 points to 14 over the Bunnies. Ouch.
Yeah, we tipped that to be a big score.
Yeah, that was absolute crazy. I mean, I feel for the Bunnies though, because they come into the week and it was they had obviously their squad was picked. I think one or two players went down with illness, and then their 18th man come out of the training paddock like an hour before the match and gets injured. And then he's down and out, and they're on the team with 17. I mean, don't get me wrong, they didn't need their 18th man there. Obviously, your 18th man very rarely plays unless it's foul play or the activated or something like that, which we haven't really seen much of that this year. But I didn't see him coming out and doing anything special against the Broncos. No. Considering what happened with the Broncos last week, I think Madge would have really come out and stuck it to players like Walsh and Reynolds and. They're obviously their leadership boys in Hunt as well. So, but massive thrashing. I think the Bunnies are in a bit of trouble now. I know they've got a lot of players out.
Definitely. They might stay down the bottom of the house.
Yeah.
After that big loss. So,
I can't see them bouncing back. I think there's just too many injuries for them.
Yeah, too far going.
Obviously. You had Jordan Ricky, 16 runs, 231 metres.
Right.
So, he came out and had a blinder, plus he made 30 tackles. So, what can you say?
Yeah.
Besides, ouch, I think those Bunnies now, you're obviously just going to be playing for your jersey now and just getting the experience in that you want to get into the squad and come off season. I'd be making a hard off season and come in fresh next year. But I think with the amount of players they got out, it's a worry.
Yeah.
I mean, besides the Broncos had, I think it was like 13 errors in that match. You think with a count like that with errors, you think you'd be able to, put something on the back of that.
Put something on,
and make some happen there. But they just couldn't match it with the Broncos, unfortunately.
Couldn't get over. For their defence.
It's just one of those games, Obviously, things happen, but moving on. I actually sat down and watched this game. Saturday night, Panthers 30 points to 26 over the Gold Coast Titans. What a game.
Yeah, I didn't watch that game, but I heard bits and pieces of it where it was. But I didn't. Yeah, but it was a good. Good win in the end, I suppose.
And there was a few errors throughout the game. Honestly, Titans attack on the stat sheet that I was reading, Titans attack was better than Penrith's attack.
Yeah.
But they just couldn't get through that defence.
Yeah.
Penrith were just scrambling for each other. They were backing up.
Yeah.
They were making
they do.
They were hitting
most
hard.
weeks.
And then no matter what, they just couldn't hold the ball, the
Yeah.
Titans. Penrith made 11 errors to Titans, 8 errors.
Yeah.
And the penalty count as well. Like, they were just behind the Titans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they just let go too much. And then you look at, like, someone like Cleary, who stands up the way he did at the end of that game.
Yeah.
Because I was actually sitting
Yeah.
I was actually sitting at Jace's house. I
Yeah.
was sitting there watching the game, and I said to Jace, I said it was the second half.
Yeah.
I said I think it was like 18-12 or something like that,
Yeah.
or something like that it was anyway. And the Titans were coming back. They were hitting back hard. They were hitting back fast, and you couldn't stop them. And I said to Jace, I said, look, I said, I'm pretty sure Penrith need 2 more tries to win this.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, and we're watching it. And then the Titans come up, and they went over again.
Yeah.
And then it was it like 22, 26 or something like the Titans were ahead.
Yeah.
I said to him, I said, they need 2 more tries to win this. And then got to a point where they scored.
Yeah.
Penrith scored. And then it was they were down their end.
Yeah.
And there was like a minute 30 on the clock to go.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I said, and I was looking around, I was watching, and I said to Jace, I said, mate, Cleary's got to snap a 2-pointer.
Yeah.
I said, he needs to. I said, now or never.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you hear the commentators. Cleary's gone back to the 40. I said to him, watch this. Mate, the way that bloke had that much confidence that far out of a line with a defensive line rushing on him to make that kick, mate, now I know why they call him the Iceman. The bloke is a freak.
They got it.
He snaps a 2-point field goal. They go into full time 26 all.
Yeah.
And another player I've got to give high raps to last night was Casey McLean. The way him and Thomas Jenkins have been playing these last few weeks, mate, they are really gaining a lot of confidence, and they're playing with some great mindsets. They're playing well. But then obviously Penrith come out. It goes back and forth for a little bit, and then mate, Casey McLean breaks the line, and off he goes and scores. Like, mate, that was a great game. Honestly, it was a type of game where you could sit there, and if you blinked, you missed it. It was just one of those games where you know why Penrith are where they are. Obviously, they're pushing for that top 4. I think we're like everybody else, and midway through the season, we said no, they're not going to make the finals, and
I know,
and they've pushed for a
nearly a top 4 now.
One win out of the top 4 now.
I reckon. Yeah.
But
got a good chance of making it. But
as I said, big raps to Casey McLean, 19 runs, 244 meters. So good effort there from him. But did you watch much of this game or?
Bits and pieces, Chris. Yeah.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
And moving on, Saturday's 5:30 game, Dragons beat the Raiders in a massive upset.
I watched 3/4 of that game. So that was Dragons played well. Yeah.
I honestly didn't. I caught glimpses of it.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I caught little glimpses of it because obviously we're having a couple of coldies and that. But mate, when it got to like 20 minutes or 10, 15 minutes into that second half, I was like, there's no way Dragons are, like I said to Jason, the Dragons are on the top here. And he goes, there's no way, mate. What's going on here? Honestly, it stumped me. I mean, I think, I don't know, did it rain on Saturday at the stadium?
What was that? Wollongong, was it?
It was Wollongong, yeah. I don't know if they got rain.
I'm not sure, yeah.
I think they did.
I'm not sure, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a bit of a factor. I know the error rate was high for both squads, which is rare coming from the Raiders.
Yeah.
Very rare. But Moses Sully, 183 runs. 183 run meters. If he's running 183 runs, something's going on there. But 19 runs, 183 run meters. So he really, I'd say he's really set the pace for the Dragons in that one. He's a big type of bloke where if he's running hard, he's sort of making those meters, and he's a real handful to tackle.
Yeah. So was there a lot of errors for both sides?
Yeah.
Because I just weren't many points scored like
no
for that many errors. You know what I mean?
No. I'd say it was.
Yeah.
I'd say it was a lot of. I'd say it was a lot of tackling as well because
Yeah.
Damien Cook 44 tackles, Tom Starling 49 tackles. So just say they're just under.
Yeah.
They're just under 100 tackles with 2 blokes. So
Yeah. Yeah.
but as I said, I didn't watch much of that game. Brought on the Dragons, obviously. Big upset there. Now
Yeah.
I think Bulldogs. If Bulldogs won this weekend, they would have been
Equal first. Yeah. But equal first, but they're still second.
Yeah.
For one against, but
moving on, Saturday. It's the last game of Saturday. We had the Roosters beat Manly 20 points to 4.
yes, I was surprised about that game.
Yeah, very, very.
I thought Manly. Didn't I took Roosters for an upset.
Yeah, you did.
I did take Roosters for an upset, but
Yeah,
I didn't
you
think
did,
they'd be that big.
No.
But
I think Manly's missing a lot of like obviously I know that they copped, I think it was 2 injuries last week.
Yeah.
You know, Alo Katoa and I think somebody else went out with an injury. So
some of their tries for a side that's not in the top 8, not in the top 8. Some of the tries they've scored is amazing. Like crackerjack tries.
Yeah.
Roosters today. This week. Oh, not this week. In the last couple of weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you look at there was the second try the Roosters scored in that game. That has to be one of the best tries of the season.
Yeah.
That try was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. Like when I seen Tedesco break the line, I'm sitting there thinking, nah, he's gone. And then I think it was a pass out to Tupou, was it? I'm pretty sure it was a pass out to Tupou, and then or he's jumped up or it was a kick or something. Anyway, Tupou's had the ball and he's gone down. As he's gone down, he's got the ball flicked out. And Angus Crichton's grabbed it and see you later, scored. Mate, what an absolute freak show of a try. But obviously, both of us still fighting for that top 8 spot. I think that win tonight for the Sharkies is kind of a bit of a worry there now for the Manly and the Roosters. But one guy that I think had a brilliant game was Taukei'aho for the Roosters. He had 21 runs, 157 metres, 42 tackles. So I think I think he's really tried to come out and get Manly on the front foot there. He's obviously
like a lot of good runs, a lot of metres.
Yeah.
A lot of tackles even.
But I think the Roosters just proved to be way too good there.
Yeah.
But we'll head into Sunday. Sunday we had the Tigers
and the Bulldogs
beat your Bulldogs, mate, 28-14. Wet weather obviously made things a bit difficult.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Really wet. It was drenched, mate. Like the games tonight, right? Today were absolutely drenched. Late switch from Benji, putting Dewey at halfback.
Yeah, he did play well today.
That was a masterclass move from Benji.
Yeah, he did play well today. So,
but obviously, Luai and Galvin had a bit of a little spray there with each other.
Yeah.
Galvin made a bit of a tackle, and I think his body's come under Luai's legs and whatnot. I mean, I think Luai thought it was a crush, hip drop, and he's give Galvin a bit of a spray, but the crowd didn't like Galvin much.
No, I knew that was on the cards.
Yeah, didn't give him
definitely on the cards.
Didn't give him too much. Didn't give him too much hope, and then there was I was watching the game, and there was a try scored by Tigers down the end where there's like a bunch of Doggies fans. I like everywhere, and then they're there, and they're Taylor May's there, and he's doing this one, whatever that means. I think it's like a scorpion or something, whatever it is. Anyway. He's going like that, and then you see all these Bulldogs fans, and they're doing this one, and there's like a little girl in there. There's like a young girl there with her mother, and mother's doing this one, and she's like going, like just shaking her head, and the little girl's doing this one. She's going, "Here, go away, go away." Just to the boys are like, "Nah, go away, you're done. See you later." And then there's one in front of her, and he's doing this one. He's looking at me, goes, "How's the weather down there?" To the Tigers, oh mate, it was crack up. So it was obviously a lot of banter going on down there at the game, which is good to see,
Yeah.
I know the Bulldogs fans at games can get a bit crazy, and get a bit wild. But
Yeah.
you do it when your team's winning, which is good to
Nah,
see. As
yeah.
long as
They do wreck it from a lot of supporters.
yeah,
Bulldog supporters wreck it from other families, kids. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you also look at it too where you go to a footy game, it's a family environment. You want to go in there, you want to have fun, you want to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Mm.
banner's going to happen. But obviously that was actually some brilliant banner there, though.
Yeah.
Tigers players were sort of hyping up, and the
Yeah.
Doggies players are just like shrugging them off as if to say, "Oh, mate, I'm up at the top. Where are you?" So it was, it was interesting to see. Interesting to see.
No, they play well, Tigers. They deserve to win.
I think that I went through the
Too
stats.
many errors,
The stats were a bit they were pretty even.
Yeah.
I think just the lack of communication for the Doggies and a lot of errors is what really hurt them.
Yeah.
I know there was a pass there, Crichton busted through the line, and Galvin's come running up on the inside on the left, and he's come like that, or however, and Crichton's gone to pass him the ball, and then Galvin's just gone like this, and then I don't want it. You got to be in that aspect of the game. You got to be ready for anything.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If Galvin got that ball, he was getting tackled by Coruscant anyway, which is fair enough. But I think Crichton as a captain is just trying to obviously put his men on that a bit there. And, there was even a shot from Crichton on one of the May brothers. It was Taylor May. Taylor May was falling, and Crichton's come in, and his shoulders accidentally clipped. Like head high. I mean, to me, I think if he goes to the judiciary, he'll beat it. But in saying that, I think this time of year, you're sitting where you're sitting in the ladder. If you're copping a week out or 2 weeks out, you're back your next man up to take it on for you.
That's it. Yeah.
But obviously, we'll see how he goes there because I know he was put on report. So unless he just gets a fine, being wet weather, a bit slippery out there, who knows? But unlucky for the Bulldogs there. It is what it is. You move on. The last game, for me it was
Sharks. Yeah.
For me, it was probably
one-sided.
It was a little bit. I mean, I think it was boring. Sharks at Cowboys. Sharks beat Cowboys 32-12. I just didn't like it. I mean, you sit there and you want to enjoy a game. Obviously, a lot of penalties kept the Sharks into it. Cowboys
helps a lot of teams too.
Cowboys just weren't too disciplined, and a lot of things happened. I think in that second half did go into the bin there, cost the Cowboys in that second half. Which really hurt them. But
the way he's been playing.
Yeah, I mean, there was 7 line breaks to 1.
Yeah, sure.
So that just proves how well they went. Even Will Kennedy had a great game.
Yeah.
He had a brilliant game. You don't usually see Kennedy step up and play the way he did tonight, unless he's running off the back of Hines. But Hines had a quiet run. I think Hines only had 2 runs in the whole game, 2 or 3 runs in the whole game. But obviously, I think we've seen that one coming as well. I think we've seen the Sharkies coming out and beating the Cowboys. Obviously, Talangi on that edge is hurting the Cowboys there. Him being out's not really helping. But in saying that, it's coming to that time of year now where a lot of teams are getting desperate. They want to try and get points on the board, and the Sharkies now they're inside that 8. They're sitting 8th now, so
just snuck in there a bit.
Yeah, it makes it a bit. It's going to make it a bit more harder for teams like Manly and Roosters, and I think Dragons are just sitting outside by 2 or 3 wins. So, but did you watch much of them games or?
Nah. Bits and pieces. 3/4 of the Bulldogs game, then I got the shit.
No, you're right. But all right, guys, we're gonna sort of finish that one up there. Obviously, a lot of good games this week. But one thing I want to touch base on, it caught my attention today. I didn't know much about it until about 2 o'clock today. It was Greg Inglis and the Goanna Academy have been running a mental health campaign called Stick With It.
Oh, shit.
It was,
Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate.
No, you're right.
Sorry, everyone. Oh, shit.
Oh, careful.
Oh, shit. Sorry, mate.
You're right.
Sorry, mate.
All right, guys. While Dave goes and chucks the lead, I'll just go through this. But, Greg Inglis and the Goanna Academy have come out and they've done a mental health campaign through from the 2nd of July to the 4th, so it ends tomorrow. But it's called Stick With It. Basically, what this campaign was for was just to tackle a lot of mental illness. Obviously, players out there, obviously, when you get injured or things like that, you go through not just physical issues but also mental issues as well. And Greg Inglis come out and he made a thing with the Goanna Academy to put sticky tape around your wrists in solidarity for those that are really struggling out there. So well done to Greg Inglis and the Goanna Academy. That's brilliant. It just shows that there's a lot of help out there, and all it takes is just a phone call to sit there and speak to somebody, or a bit of tape on your wrist to sort of acknowledge that someone's not doing too good.
Yeah.
That they're not alone. Mental health is a big thing, as a lot of you know out there. As I said, guys, we're the type of people too where obviously it does affect us. We're all humans, but there is a lot of help out there. You got obviously your helplines which you can call. I know a lot of people out there got family that they can ring as well.
Yeah.
But I did read that Greg Inglis was going through a bit of a rough patch when he left NRL, when he retired NRL. He didn't really know the way outside of NRL and how to sort of control his daily things, and he was hitting things a bit too hard and things like that. So he struggled with that illness. But
how is he now? Like,
he's good. Yeah, that's what I just touched on here. Him and the Goanna Academy, they did a campaign called Stick With It.
Oh, that's good.
So well, obviously participants who are involved tape sticky tape to their wrists.
Yeah.
It's just to just to give solidarity to people that are going through a hard time. But obviously what on the Greg Inglis there and the Goanna Academy, that's great. I've always been a big person on mental health, and I'm always the type of person where if you need to speak or need someone to chat to for a bit, my phone's there and my door's always open, as you guys know yourselves. But anyway, guys, that's going to be us. Once again, I keep getting these follows in, guys. I think we're at 68 followers now on Facebook, so it's doing okay. I think we're almost into I think we're in a bit over a month now for this. The shirts are in, guys, so if you are interested in a shirt, just contact me and I'll let you guys know how much they are. I can get them in all sizes. I'm going to start getting some hoodies in as well, some hats, some pants, and whatnot. I'll try and work on some more ideas for that later on. But there's 5 weeks left of
every 5 weeks, normal.
4 or 5 weeks left of normal footy. So just remember, guys, get in there and support your local club. Obviously coming into finals footy now. There's obviously a lot of excitement all around. This week was a lot of wet weather footy. But also, guys, get your challenges in. Obviously, we did one the other week. It was a bit wild. I felt it for 2 days. But I am enjoying it. It was fun. We had a good laugh. I got a lot of good feedback out of it. But I've had a couple of young fellas reach out to me. They want to come in and try it. So just to try the sour one. So I might get them in here one day and get them on a little bit of a thing, and they're even getting in some ideas for me so we can do a bit more content. But, we'll see how we go. But anyway, guys, that's us for a Sunday night. We'll touch base again Tuesday. Just remember, get them likes in, them follows in, guys. Share this page around. As Mohammed touched base on our challenge video we did, whatever you want to see, we'll do. I might run a little bit of a small comp giveaway next week. Might do a $50 giveaway or something like that. Obviously, depends how everything goes. But I'll put more of that in the descriptions and whatnot. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Dave, thanks for coming in, mate. And we will touch base on Tuesday. Thanks, guys.
Tuesday.